Hey, up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, I'm always happy to welcome back Johnny Hetherington of Art of Dying. He's been a good friend of the show. They've got a brand new single out, Armageddon, and a lot coming out in the near future. Johnny, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, so first things first, where am I talking to you from today? I never know where in the world you might be talking to me from when I call.
Totally. No, I'm at home in Vancouver.
Oh, okay. So you're home for a little bit. That's kind of a shock. I rarely catch you at your home when we talk. So,
yeah, we get around, but yeah, I'm happy to be home right now.
Hey, so let's talk about the reason we got you to come back on the show is Armageddon. The new single came out on August 23rd. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the lyrics of that song.
The idea of Armageddon is pretty cool. I think we all kind of identify with it from its history, like in the Bible or whatever. This kind of idea of war, and so I was just digging into it a little further because I was interested in it. And it's really actually a place in the Middle East where a real battle was fought, and the guy on the front of our album cover, Mr. Pharaoh Thutmose III, he was the guy that led that battle in Armageddon a few thousand years ago. So the valley's called Megiddo, and it's just kind of interesting to realize, looking back, that it's not actually really mentioned in the Bible much. I think it shows up once in the Old Testament, but we've all come to recognize that Armageddon, and then I started, as I usually do, just kind of comparing that to how we feel as humans about ourselves, and I think we all have a little battle going on inside when it comes to listening to the angels and demons out there. So it really comes down in the song to a personal battle, a personal struggle, the Armageddon within.
So for folks that may not know, back in April, another single, Cut It All Away, came out, and they're part of an upcoming album. So why don't you talk a little bit about the album, when we can expect to see it, and some details behind it.
Yeah, the full album comes out October 4th, so just a little bit more wait, but not too long. This is actually our seventh record that we've put out, and our fourth full length. So we're really excited. It's just there's no better feeling than writing and recording a brand new record, and getting those songs in the order we like, and getting the artwork done, and just feeling like it's coming, and we're so proud to share it with everyone.
Now, where was this thing recorded, and who did you use for producer this time?
We recorded it in Vancouver, which was really great for me because I got to stay home. That's the first time we've done that. So, we made our last full length we made in New Jersey, and we were all there for a couple months. Vices and Virtues we made in LA, and we were there for a few months. So experience, we've never really made the record at home. So I got to work it in and around my life, which is really kind of cool, and I think it helped. The creative process was really cozy, and just like, it was pretty, I don't want to say easy, because it's never easy, but it was pretty fluid. So we were in the flow.
So, hey, there's some kind of cool things. People can actually pre-order the record right now and get a little bonus or two, right, if they pre-order. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's funny, the record got leaked, which was kind of funny for us, because it came out early by accident, and we're just joking around internally that we're now leak-worthy, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it was just kind of funny. But a big part of this record was helped, with our fan base, helped us make it through Pledge. So basically, we rewarded all those people by sending them early copies of the record and the vinyl. So yeah, we actually have CDs and vinyl at our store in Las Vegas that Tavis runs. So basically, you can get the order, or you can get the album right now on our website, artofdyingmusic.com, and sell, whatever, signed copies or unsigned copies, whatever you need. And it's the first vinyl we've ever released, so we're kind of excited about that. And you can get it digitally through all the usual suspects, iTunes and streaming and all that stuff. So, we don't really care how you get our records. We just want you to be able to hear it.
Just make sure you get it. So, hey, so I'm sure the question I want to know, a lot of others want to know, is let's talk about touring plans. Can we hope for any tours coming up? And for those of us down here on the East Coast of the U.S., can we hope to see you guys anytime?
Oh, man, yeah, it's been a while. We really need to get out. We don't have anything that we can announce quite yet, and actually, it's a bit of a weird one this time around. We spent a bunch of months promoting the album in the UK and Germany through a label over there. So we came out with one of the, I guess it's like the fifth song on the record. It's called, we came out with Cut It All Away, and we came out with a song called Rearview Mirror over in Europe. So we're just trying to sort it all out, man. We want to get to Europe. We want to get back down in the US of A, and especially on the East Coast where you guys are. And we even want to do some touring at home in Canada. So it's just kind of like, hopefully we can get it all to line up this year.
So give us, if you can, if you're willing to, a little peek behind the curtain style-wise on this record. My first kind of take on the first two singles, it's a little more of the heavier side that we've seen of Art of Dying in the past. Can you share, or do we expect some ballads? Well, give us a little sneak peek.
Sure, man. Yeah, it's 10 songs. We tried to, as we always do, just make a record that feels right and that flows well. I think it is heavy in parts, but there's some surprises too. We did a song that one of my favorites on the record is called Unoriginal. It's a deep cut, so it's a really interesting song. There's a little piano on the record, which is not common for Art of Dying records. It's more common for stuff I do on my own. So that was cool to have a little, just some different instrumentation. And our good friend Daver Bulama is the guy who produced it. And if you're like a super fan and you get into the liner notes, you'll see Daver's name on almost every Art of Dying record we've ever done. So he's been a friend of mine and a co-writer that I worked with, and it was cool to finally have him produce an entire record, because he was a part of the early recordings of Die Trying, the early recordings of the ballad Everything. He and I wrote Sorry on the Vices and Virtues record. So you'll see his name all over the place when it comes to us, and I guess that just speaks to our creative relationship. But we're really happy to have him on the whole record this time.
Now, I recently was watching, you did a Facebook Live, and you were talking about the first time you heard Armageddon on the radio and how cool that was, and it got me wondering, do you actually remember the first time you ever heard any Art of Dying tune on the radio and where that was?
Yeah, I was at home in Vancouver, and I was on a bridge driving, and I heard, we were actually called Sun Lake Star back then, so this is like pre-Art of Dying, but our song came on the radio, and I nearly caused an accident. I was just so excited. Those days were really fun, man, because there's nothing like hearing your song on the radio for the first time. If you saw that Facebook Live, you know how excited I was just from hanging in the car with me there. But then there's the first time you ever hear that, and you're even more excited. Those were good years to hear that stuff. So, yeah, it's awesome. Love it. The radio is just a fantastic place. I hope it sticks around. This time around it was on Sirius Octane that we heard the song, and that station's been amazing for any people that listen to satellite radio. That's just a great station, and they're doing so much with new bands and new music. It's pretty awesome. It kind of reminds me of when grunge was breaking back in the 90s, and there was just a couple little radio stations that were playing, these crazy Nirvana records and these crazy Mudhoney songs and stuff. And now you kind of hear that on Octane with all these new bands, so it's pretty cool.
So, hey, I'm going to keep giving shouts out to this song because I love it, and not enough people know about it yet. I'm going to give a shout out to the Hired Gun song you wrote because I still love and still play that song. I wondered, is there any... Well, first, I know you probably told last time you were on the show, but tell folks a little bit about Hired Gun single, and the other part, too, of that is, will we ever get to hear Art of Dying perform that tune?
Great question. So, yeah, for those of you that don't know, Hired Gun is an amazing movie, documentary made by the guitar player from Five Finger Death Punch, Jason Hook. And I had the pleasure of being asked to write the theme song for it. We were actually on Shiprock and crossed paths in just one of the hallways, and Jason was like, "Yeah, man, it's a go. Do it. Go write that song. Let's do it." And I actually raced back to my cabin on Shiprock, and I had my acoustic guitar there, and I just kind of let it all spill out right in that moment. So instead of going home at the end of the cruise, I ended up going to Vegas and recording it with Jason. So it was kind of a really interesting Five Finger Death Punch and Art of Dying collaboration. Jeremy plays drums on it as well, so that was kind of cool to have them both involved. And the song became the theme song for like an epic music documentary that features so many of our heroes and peers, and just you got to watch it. It's on Netflix. And Hired Gun, the song, is on my personal Spotify. Just search Johnny Hetherington on Spotify, and you can go hear it, or YouTube or whatever. And I'm going to do a few more songs like that. Actually, I leaked out another song from a TV show I did a couple weeks ago. So I'm just going to kind of keep leaking out new stuff. I've got so much solo stuff that I've been working on over the years, and I've just never really had the time to release it. So I'm getting a little more music out there. And yeah, maybe if there's room in a Art of Dying headlining set, we'll talk about playing it someday. It's a good chance.
Yeah, man, we gotta get you on like a tour with Five Finger. You guys could do a duet, man. You get Jason out there and do it together. That'd be cool. So.
Yeah, those guys are great. I'd love to sing with Ivan. He's just an amazing person, so that could be a lot of fun.
Well, hey, I appreciate you being on the show, man. The new record's called Armageddon, and it's officially out October 4th, kind of unofficially out there on artofdyingmusic.com. And, hey, one last thing. I didn't see your name on Shiprock yet this year. We're going to get to see you, or is that still, like, out floating around as a maybe this year?
We've been known to be invited last minute, which is kind of fun. So if you're listening, I'm not doing anything this February yet. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll be on the road at that time. And but if not, we'd love to see all of our Shiprock friends and crazy diehards that hit the water. And man, just thinking a lot about Barbados, or not Barbados, but the
Bahamas.
island.
Yeah, Bahamas. Yeah, man.
Bahamas.
Yeah, I interviewed you there
twice.
I know, that's crazy. I mean,
on the beach.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah, man.
Gone now, so we're sad for those people, and our video. Actually, Davo, the guy who does a lot of our music videos, he went out to Puerto Rico after the last storm that devastated Puerto Rico, and he tried to raise a whole bunch of awareness and money, I think, to help people that were hurt. And hopefully there's some places that we can help the people right now that are going through that storm.
Yeah, they've always been good to us Shiprockers down there. So, hey, man, Johnny Hetherington, it's always a pleasure talking to you. We always have a good time when you're on the show, and even a better time when we're watching you play live. So thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for doing what you do, man. It's awesome to have this conversation, and just keep doing it. It's just real special.